Good evening, many thanks for joining us. This is the news on Galaxy Television, broadcasting to viewers here in Nigeria, West Africa and across the globe. My name is Tife Tanimomo. Our top stories. The Nigerian Senate passes the 2022 to 2024 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper approving a benchmark of $57 per barrel for the price of crude. Plus, on the news tonight, fire guards a section of the Nigerian Ports Authority headquarters. And when we take you outside Nigeria, an assassination attempt hit a principal aide of Ukraine's president. Those are top stories. Bring you details in just a moment. Once again, a very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for joining us on the news at this time. We'll begin with stories from the Senate as the Nigerian Senate passes the 2022 to 2024 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper approving a benchmark of $57 per barrel for the price of crude. The MTEF FSP is the fiscal document upon which the 2022 appropriation bill would be predicted upon. These, among other resolutions, were reached Wednesday after a debate on the report of the Joint Committees on Finance and National Planning on the 2022 to 2024 MTEF FSP by Senator Adeola Solomon.
Number one, on the issue of the exchange rates, the 410 rates that was proposed by the central bank, that is what the government of the day will use to execute the budget that is to be brought before, that they will be bringing before the National Assembly. And that is termed to be the official rate the government will be used to exchange whatever transaction is going into as far as the budget is concerned.
However, before the report was adopted, lawmakers stressed the need to address the issue of borrowing.
That we must strengthen the Fiscal Responsibility Act, the Commission, the Accountant General's Office, the Auditor General's Office. Then we have every reason to say we have money in this country. Borrowing is not bad, in my humble view. Borrowing cannot be seen to be bad, no. So long as you are borrowing for a purpose, and you also have a plan to pay back that particular loan, then we will not support.
If the economy is growing, you need to reduce the deficit. But during times of economic crisis, you can't tighten your belt. Because once you tighten your belt, you run the tendency of stagnation and very, very high inflation. And this in the times when we have terrible security.
On his part, Senate President Ahmad Lawan advised the committees to meet with government agencies on quarterly basis to monitor their performances.
When you don't make hay while the sun shines, this is the kind of thing you face. When we had plenty of money, we didn't prioritize the construction of infrastructure in Nigeria. We wasted our resources when we had much. Today, we realize we need to construct infrastructure because that's the only way to develop the country. Unfortunately, we don't have the kind of resources we had before. Now our options are very limited because our revenues are limited. I agree with all my colleagues who said we need to reduce borrowing.
Some of the recommendations passed include the adoption of 1.88 million barrels per day, 2.23 million barrels per day, and 2.22 million barrels per day as daily production outputs in 2022, 2023, and 2024, as well as an exchange rate of 410.15 naira to dollar for the 2022 to 2024. The lawmakers also adopted an expected GDP growth rate of 4.20% and inflation rate was pegged at 13%. And now the House of Representatives has invited the Minister of Sports and Youth Development, Sunday Dare, to brief its Committee on Sports and Development that caused disqualification of some Nigerian athletes over non-compliance with doping test rules. The committee is expected to find out the level of Nigeria's compliance with extant regulations set by the International Association of Athletics Federation, IAAF, and Independent Anti-Doping Arm Athletics Integrity Unit, as well as to determine the immediate and remote causes of the failed tests. The resolution came following the adoption of a motion on the need to investigate activities of the Federal Ministry of Sport and Youth Development on failed doping tests by Nigerian athletes at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, sponsored by Honorable Lawrence Babatunde Ayeni and presented during plenary on Wednesday.
Confirmed that despite the huge funds being made available yearly for the regulatory agency in the sports sector, adequate efforts have not been made to get Nigeria into the category where they will be deemed to have made significant improvements in anti-doping tests.
The lawmaker rever-hailed performance of Nigerian delegation to the Games, which is said raised the country's rating internationally, but limited the incident of 20 July 2021, where the Athletics Integrity Unit of IAAF barred 10 Nigerian athletes, including the highly rated Blessing Okagbari from the Tokyo Olympics, for failing to meet requirements for out-of-competition drug testing, saying it calls for questioning. Ayeni also frowned at the non-inclusion of Nigeria among countries that have made significant improvement in anti-doping tests due to lack of commitment of officials in the regulatory agencies for sports, despite huge funds being made available yearly for that purpose. And now in Lagos, a section of the headquarters of the Nigerian Port Authority was gutted by fire on Wednesday. This is coming 11 months after property worth billions of naira were destroyed after protesters set the NP headquarters on fire during the #EndSARS protest in October 2020. It was learned that the early Wednesday fire was caused by an electrical surge. According to eyewitnesses, the fire accident affected business activities at NPA office. General Manager, Corporate and Strategic Communications, Olasheni Alakija, confirmed the incident, saying the fire only affected a wing of NPA's headquarters. He said operatives of the NPA Fire Service Department immediately mobilized to the scene and promptly contained the fire. Alakija assured Nigerians that sensitive documents were not lost in the process. And now to health-related matters, at least 353 Nigerian doctors have been registered to work in the United Kingdom in the last 100 days. Checks on the website of the General Medical Council, the body which licenses and maintains the official register of medical practitioners in the UK, showed that the GMC licensed at least 353 Nigerian trained doctors between June 10, 2021 and September 20, 2021. The statistics also show that between July 24, 2020 and September 2021, about 862 Nigerian trained doctors were licensed in the UK despite the COVID-19 pandemic. Overall, 8,737 doctors who obtained their degrees in Nigeria currently practice in the UK. The Vice President of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Julian Ojebo, said the rate of migration might double in the coming weeks since doctors were not given the right remuneration. Ojebo argued that the doctors migrating to Saudi Arabia might even be more than those moving to the UK. He said it was unfortunate that the government had failed to address the plight of doctors and meet their conditions for calling off the strike, which began on August 1st, 2021. The Nigerian Defense Academy has reiterated its commitment towards producing quality junior leaders for the Nigeria Armed Forces. This was stated by the Deputy Commandant of the Academy, Air Vice Marshal Abiola Ilemobola Amodu, at a press conference to commence activities marking out the passing out parade and commission of a 68th regular course.
This year, a total of 260 cadets are expected to pass out from the academy and will be commissioned into the Nigerian Armed Forces. The cadets are divided into 3 arms of services, with the Nigerian Army having 123 cadets, Nigerian Navy 73 cadets, and the Nigerian Air Force 64 cadets.
The NDA Deputy Commandant added that the junior officers who will be commissioned into the armed forces will contribute into solving the present security challenges Nigeria is faced with.
The resolve of the Nigerian Defense Academy to produce quality junior leaders for our armed forces is sacrosanct. To this end, this set of passing out cadets will contribute greatly at the tactical level in tackling contemporary challenges confronting our beloved country.
You're still on to Galaxy Television News. We take a quick break now, but when we return, we'll bring you up to date on party politics vis-a-vis security matters as the leadership of the New Nigerian People's Party challenges the ruling party, APC, on the spate of insecurity and economic crisis in the country. We'll bring you details of that story and more in just a moment. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is news on Galaxy Television. Now, for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook at facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. You can also avail our Eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. And now, the leadership of the New Nigerian People's Party has challenged the leadership of the ruling party on the spate of insecurity and economic crisis in the country, saying the APC government is clueless. The chairman of the party in Ogun State, Honorable Olakbosi Ogini, while speaking in Ibadan at the inauguration of the support group of the party, stated that Nigerians are tired of uncontrolled killing of innocent lives, kidnapping, robbery, amongst others. Correspondent Kunle Ojo reports that Guinea and leaders of the party who spoke at the event said the lingering economic crisis in the land has further worsened the situation, saying Nigerians are in pain.
We are very, very worried and disturbed by the insecurity that pervades not only the south and west of Nigeria, everywhere in Nigeria. I want to ensure that we have no any other country. I want to ensure that the southwestern region of Nigeria is secure and safe enough. We are hereby calling on the leadership of APC in Nigeria to be sincere enough to put the security of lives and property at the front burner.
It is only hypocrite that will come out to say he or she is contented with the situation of things in our country. Things has gone terribly bad. Things have gone seriously bad. But we hope, with the support of all patriots in Nigeria, we can still get out of it.
Yeah, we all know that this government in power, they have nothing to offer us. And they are not ready to even fix anything in Nigeria. That's why New Nigeria People Party, that's why we are here to change the narrative of the whole Nigeria. And we believe we'll be the one to produce a good security and to produce a good product for good Nigerian people.
On the forthcoming governorship elections in Osun and Ekiti states, respectively, the party declared its determination to field candidates for both elections, noting it has become clear to all Nigerians that neither the All Progressive Congress nor the People's Democratic Party has good intentions for the masses.
We are also looking on to the staggered election that is coming up in Ekiti and in Osun State. This support group, we are going to come out in a very heavy way to ensure that the candidate of NNPP come out victorious in these two elections. We know that Nigerians are tired of all this shenanigans that is going on in some of these political parties that are parading themselves in the Southwest. Nigerians are looking for a new thing to happen, and that new thing that will happen is the new Nigerian People's Party.
The event was the inauguration of the Southwest Support Group of the party. And now in Ogun State, pensioners in that state Wednesday shut down the Ogun State Secretariat housing the governor's office to protest non-payment of 10 years outstanding gratuity worth 68 billion naira. The pensioners, under the auspices of the Local Government Pensioners Association, LOGPAN, blocked the two main gates of the Secretariat in Oke-Moson, Abeokuta, locking out civil servants for over 4 hours. Addressing journalists, the state chairman of LOGPAN, Sikiru, accused Governor Dapo Abiodun of failing to keep his promises to the pensioners, lamenting that some of them still earn a paltry sum of 3,000 naira as monthly pensions. Responding to the pensioners, the secretary to the state government, Tokunbo Talabi, appealed to the pensioners to be more patient with the government, saying the government is currently experiencing hard times. He assured that the government would look into the demands of the pensioners.
They will say there is no money, there is no money. This government has gone to borrow loan money 3 times. They are taking bond, and even the return of Paris debt, they gave them 5.7 billion naira. In this stage, they will say there is no money.
My own appeal to everybody is, one, the amount of money that we have set aside, we will not pay anything less than that, which is 500 million.
And now, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has appealed to Nigerians towards safeguarding critical national assets in their domains. The commandant of the Corps in Oyo State, Michael Adailewa, who gave the advice while speaking with journalists in Ibadan, maintained that the attack on such facilities had reduced in recent times. Correspondent Kunle Ojo reports that Adailewa called on community leaders in the state to continue to sensitize their subjects in this regard, stressing that majority of those assets are a source of revenue for the government. He also charged his men to brace up and continue to defend as well as protect all national critical assets across the state.
Of our core mandate, which is protection of critical national assets and infrastructure, yes, we have been faring well in this. Our men man the right of way, and we have been really on the toe and on the neck of those that are diverting our petroleum products, because this is a national resource, and we cannot afford our natural resource to be diverted, meaning that there will be reduction in the income generated by the federal government.
And now to other matters, immediate past president of the Association of Community Pharmacists in Nigeria, ACPN, Samuel Adekola, has blamed the problems facing the health sector in the country on the medical personnel taking the leadership position in the sector. It justified the fresh 15-day strike notice issued to the federal government by the Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESU, and Assembly of Healthcare Professionals Association, AHPA, to embark on industrial action. The Permanent Secretary on those State Ministry Health Pharmacist Foluke Aladiola said Governor Akeredolu will continue to meet the welfare of health workers in the state.
That we have been unfortunate in Nigeria in terms of having perhaps people who will want to take the bull by the horn to solve the problem. Unfortunately, we have had good ministers, even the current one, but I must say that the health sector of Nigeria sincerely will not thrive. Seriously.
Governor, for being a man, we call him Mr. Talk and Do. Of course, he's passionate about etc. When you look at his the agenda, his 8-point agenda, you see that he has really prioritized health in Ondo State. And of course, what will he gain by bringing disharmony into health sector? And that's why we have the NMA coming together. We were with him.
This is Galaxy Television News. It's now time for us to take you outside Nigeria to bring you international reports.
Welcome to news from the international scene. A volley of shots have been fired at a car carrying a principal aide of Ukraine's president in what a senior official called an assassination attempt. More than 10 bullets hit the car during Wednesday's attack near the village of Lensky, about 5 kilometers outside the capital Kyiv, a police statement said. The vehicle's driver was wounded in the incident. The police statement said the criminal case on suspicion of premeditated murder has been opened. A senior legislator representing President Volodymyr Zelensky's servant of the People's Party said the aide Shehir Shefil was not hurt. Shefir, 57, is one of the officials closest to the president and lead a group of advisors. Zelensky, who came to power promising to take on the country's oligarchs and fight corruption, is currently in the United States, attending to the United Nations General Assembly. He said he did not know who was responsible for the attack, but vowed to continue with his planned reforms despite the incident. This week, the Ukrainian parliament is due to debate a presidential law directed at reducing the influence of oligarchs. Sending me a message by shooting my friend is weakness, Zelensky said. It does not affect the strength of our team, the course that I have chosen with my team to change to clean up our economy, to fight crime and large influential financial groups. This does not affect that, on the contrary, because the Ukrainian people have given me a mandate for change, President Zelensky said.
With those international reports, we conclude the news for now, but for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. You can also avail the eyewitness feature of our WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comment. Many thanks for watching the news. On behalf of the entire production team, we say join us again at 9 p.m. Nigerian time for our primetime news bulletin. My name is Tife Tani Momo. Good evening.